Morning. It is July 6th, 2026, 6:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is your pre-market analysis. All right, starting with the Nasdaq NQ. So price has taken the EQ area here and used it as support, just as I had mentioned in the last video. The new candle came back, retested it, and it's kind of neat when you see your drawings, which, by the way, these arrows were put here in the last video, which actually starts to play out when you see the candle doing exactly what you drew. It's pretty neat. Anyway, so what has happened is price has retested the EQ, has moved back up. What I am anticipating here is a rejection off of this resistance level here that I have. And so that's what you see here. So it comes up, it's rejecting off of rejected off of the resistance level, and now I'm looking for a push through it. So if a push through it is going to flip it into support, and I am looking at this area right here, which is our next resistance level, and that is pinned here at 30,241 and 75 cents, and that's actually the prior day high. So we would be looking for this to be our first level of resistance. A push through that would flip this into support, or we would at least watch it to be support, and possibly then retest that and kick back off. So a new kickoff would put us up here into these range highs, which would be around 30,723, 30,800 area. Of course, we have this liquidity sitting up here, so that's the prior month high. That would certainly be a target since we have lots of liquidity up here. So I would be looking for prices over 31,000, somewhere around 31 to 31,200 for NASDAQ. That is if we flip these levels into support. Failing to flip those levels into support would have us moving back down here into the EQ area, testing this range at 29,500 as support. Failing to hold would then have more downside, and then I have 28,797 as our next level of support, and we would even be testing the prior month lows, which would be around the 28,400 area. All right, let's jump into ES. So ES is currently came out of the range low. We broke through this first level of resistance, and it is now using it as support. It is or price is trying to move into this EQ area. This drawing I had from the previous video, which still applies. So I'm still looking for price to break up into this EQ area and try and flip this area into support. If it does, I'm looking for prices up here around 7,900 to 8,000. Failing to do that, falling through here, breaking this area of support and flipping it into resistance would have us looking back down here around the prior month low, around 70 or 7,294. All right, checking Bitcoin quick. So Bitcoin has moved up. Just as I anticipated, I said it looked like a good place for a long, and sure enough, that was playing out nicely. Price is now pulling back once again. This was drawn here in the previous video. Price is playing out almost perfectly. It has pulled back into this area is where I was looking for a retest. So I took some profits up in this area, and down here I'm actually looking to go back into a long. So if we would lose this area, if we start to break down and get into around 61,300 or even the 59,900 area, then I would say we are losing support and more continued downside. The more continued downside levels that I do have is around 51,300. First level of support would be here around 56,642. But a breakout to the upside, which currently it looks like it is trying to do, will have us at 67,326 area. That is where I would be looking to take some profits off the table. Flipping this area into support would certainly have us going higher. looking at the prior month high then and prior year low. So I would be looking for around 73,900 to 74,000 for a high. All right, so that is what I have for your pre-market analysis. It is Monday. Mondays are known to be choppy, so if you are trading today, good luck. Catch you in the next video.